Hey everyone, back with more Pokemon videos, and got my not so favorite top 10 Pokemon. These are the Pokemon I'm really not just feeling, or I just don't like them in the game, or the TV show, or of any other sort of that case. If you guys, this is all opinions, this isn't, like I said, no one influenced this is just me being me. If you guys disagree, let me know. If you even agree, let me know. If you want, put in in the comment section below. Tell me your top 3 favorite and your bottom 3 favorite if you like. And we should get this video kicked off right now. Just at the top 10, sitting at 10 is going to be kind of a shocker to some people because they think it's adorable, but I think it's kind of ridiculous. Is Trubbish. I really did not agree with what Pokemon did in making a bag of garbage have a face. Like, I don't agree with that much at all. I really don't like the idea that garbage can talk. I don't like the idea that garbage has moves. You know what I mean? Like, it's like they just came up with the idea, hey guys, let's make garbage into a Pokemon and put it out there so everyone can see it. I don't know if I agree with that. Like I said, I think it's better off just being a Pokemon, because for kids will agree with, oh, it's just bag garbage are cool, they have moves and stuff. And I think it's still kind of strange even saying that, but tell me if you guys agree with that one. That one was kind of up in the air for me. I didn't know if I wanted to put it on here or not. I'm guessing it was more for the kids. It really wasn't for adults. Okay, sitting at number 9 is kind of a toss-up too. I chose this just because of my gaming experience. It is Zigzagoon. I did not agree with this Pokemon for some reason at all when Ruby and Sapphire came out. I just didn't like it. I didn't like the idea of it. I just think it was kind of a risky Pokemon as well. It was kind of good because it can learn all different moves. It easily can learn, I think it can learn Surf, or I might be wrong. Tell me if I'm wrong on that, but it can learn Surf, it can learn Cut. So it was key to have people guess in the beginning. So, I mean, I don't know. Tell me if you guys agree with that, because I have another I'm going to say starter, but like a first Pokemon on here. And tell me if you agree with any of them. Just remember, this is all opinions. I don't have, there's nothing persuading me right now. It's just maybe. Okay, at number 8, this one kind of shocked even me to pick, but I picked it anyway. Ends up being Oddish. I just don't like Oddish. They annoyed me in the game. They just pissed me off whenever I fought them because they sleep powder. It always made me. That's why I always like fire type. I'm not a huge leaf type or grass type, if you want to call them that, person. I'm a big Arcanine guy. If you see my other video, I have my top 10, or I think it's my top 5 favorite. Actually, I think only 2 of them end up being fire, or 1.5 if you watch it. I'll put that in the description below. But Oddish just really I didn't agree with. I like Vileplume, I think, a little bit. I wish it was its own Pokemon, but Oddish, I guess, had to be there, just so there was more, what you call basic Pokemon, or even, a good, grass type you can have in the beginning of the game, if you can find it. Because most of the time in, like, Silver and Gold, you'd only find Bellsprout, and that wasn't a bad move, but it took a lot to get up to because that's such a weak defense, and stuff like that. So, at number 7, this one is going to bother people for sure, but I chose it for a reason. I had specifically the Nidoran and Nidorino, I guess, Nidorina, I guess you'd call them. I just didn't agree with this because it almost kind of made the Pokemon kind of gushy. But at the same time, it also made it appropriate because Pokemon had feelings too. So, I mean, I guess that made sense, and I guess it didn't. For me, I didn't like it because it ended up being, oh, they're in love, but then when you see them grow up, they look like they should be fighting and killing each other. And when I watched that exact episode the picture's in, I was more or less kind of like, okay, it's more of a cutesy kind of thing. It's not really, it's not. I didn't think it was appropriate for Pokemon, in my opinion. But I think it could have been as well, just because it gave another aspect of Pokemon having feelings. It really showed they have expression, feelings for other Pokemon. But there's gonna be another Pokemon on this list that kind of turned that whole thing around, kind of made it a bad thing once we get to that point. At number 6, I know it has, yeah, there we go. Number 6. This one kind of came out of left field a little bit too. Like, these are all random. I kind of just went through the list and I picked the Regis. The Regis I did not like one bit, just because, one, they were really difficult, I feel like. I could be wrong for all the professional gamers out there to find. And I really didn't like the movesets and stuff like that. I just didn't feel them as legendary Pokemon if they are considered legendary, which they probably are. But I just didn't like the whole fact of, you know, I don't know, it's kind of cool because the element thing, but at the same time, and it gave the game a puzzle, but I just didn't like them as Pokemon personally. I just didn't agree with what was being done with these Pokemon per se. The Regigigas in the TCG game is just awful. It's more for show. I hope you guys agree with me on that one. That one was kind of, you know, just kind of out there. You know, just like I said, that is my opinion, by the way. At number 5, we have the other starting Pokemon I told you about. It ends up being a Sentret. Sentret is not my, what do you call it? How can I say? Bag of bones or whatever you want to call it, or my forte. Just because it pissed me off that I used to run into it all over the game. It wasn't just the beginning, and I never wanted it in order to catch it, you know what I mean? I just didn't want the idea of, you know, a Pokemon like that in my party, because, and I think it's Ruby Sapphire, you run into it really late in the game in the Ash Field, besides Spinda, if you run to him at night. It's just, I'm not a huge fan of him. Spinda's also pretty bad, but he was my honorable mention on here, by the way. Him and a couple others, but I'll make an honorable mention video probably like 2 days, 3 days. I don't like its moveset either, and it just didn't flow with me, I guess you can say. There's a Pokemon you're just like, you know what, I'm just not feeling having that Pokemon. This wasn't my thing. The next one is going to kind of give people the obvious. It's going to give away pretty much the rest of the list. At number 4, we have a Pokemon that I just never liked either. Was in the new generation, I should say, is Woobat. I hated Woobat. Look at the freaking thing's face. It had one tooth, and it was a knockoff version of Zubat, I think. And I mean, granted, you know, it's Pokemon, they're gonna make you jump up. But, I just didn't agree with having Woobat become a Pokemon. You know, it just wasn't my thing. I didn't feel it at all. It does turn into something really good, but I just did not, I think it's Swoobat it becomes, but I just didn't like running into it, because I wasn't going to keep it, you know what I mean? Most people I know never keep that Pokemon, just like Zubat. When you went to Zubat in Dark Cave in the earlier generations, no one catches him. No one catches him. I just really hope you guys agree with me on that one too. I mean, Woobat is not. I never liked Woobat personally. Hopefully we can get by that. At number 3, it's kind of tough. This one is pretty obvious if you can read it by now. It may have to just a picture at this point. If you don't want to watch it, please skip to the, I think, 10-minute mark. This one was pretty. It's gonna be pretty obvious once it shows up. You're gonna laugh because it's in a lot of top 10 least favorites, and actually top 10 favorites. It ends up being Lopunny. Lopunny is been portrayed as a person, and I'm going to keep this one very brief. The picture I have compared to it is just what people look at this Pokemon as. It's kind of creepy. I really don't think Pokemon should be coming up with a picture like that. Here's what the picture of people think. People think Lopunny looks like that. That is not a Pokemon. That is a really bad adaptation of a Pokemon, nor children shouldn't be seen. But if I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong, but I think that's just a little too suggestive for, you know, little kids to be looking. At number 2, we have the most ridiculous looking Pokemon, I think. It ends up being a completely bad party member. I don't like it at all. It is actually Skunk Fist. Skunk Fist, just its name, Skunk Fist. Just think about it. Skunk Fist. It really does stink. I don't like it, personally. Only thing that I agree with was on the TV show. It had a great moveset for some reason. I'm pretty sure it's ground lightning or thunder, whatever you want to call it. But I just didn't look at it. Look into its eyes. Just focus on its eyes. It looks ridiculous. It looks like a piece of steak they gave a tail and had mold growing. You know what I mean? I don't like the Skunk Fist. Is not my. Yeah, it's gross. It is weird. Which is gonna lead me to the next, well, our number one most least hated. And at this point, like I said, this whole video is completely opinion. You can love these Pokemon to death. You can, I really want your feedback too. If you really do disagree with me, tell me, and I'm not going to be mad about it. I'm not going to block your comments. I'm just going to say, okay, I agree with you. That's fine, or I don't agree with you. But at number one, we have a very obvious pick. If you couldn't tell by now, just look at the colors. It ends up being Zubat. I put the troll face on because it trolled you in every case imaginable. I think the only one that doesn't show up in is actually Generation 6. I think that's when Woobat came around, and just as bad, I had no feelings toward it, nothing like that. Just look at the troll face. It trolls you every time. You're like, oh, I'm gonna do the cave. And Geodude actually did the same thing in Rock Tunnel. When you're at the Rock Tunnel, you run like 45 Geodudes, 537 Zubats. Like, you don't... it's just so bad to the point where you're like, oh my god, I really need to get the hell out of this cave. But it also, people have sentimental value with Zubat because, Generation 1, it really kept people at home. I hope you guys really understand. Thanks for watching. Tell me your not-so-favorite or favorite. I really want to know your guys' favorite and what's not. I just really hope you guys agree with me. Hit a like, subscribe. Thanks for all the new views. People are saying they like my videos now. People are starting to get out there. I'm happy that you guys really understand. Thanks for watching again, and have a great day.